We're in Kansas, in the heart of range country, in what remains of America's once vast tall grass prairie.
This is a very unique area. It's known as the Flint Hills region, and it is the largest remaining expanse of tall grass prairie in all of North America. We're here to learn about this interesting ecosystem, but also to experience the cowboy culture, which is very much alive in these parts.
We stayed at the Flying W Ranch, a sprawling 7,000-acre working cattle ranch. It was another one of our road trekking gatherings. We came from all over North America, boondocking in our RVs next to a horse corral. The absolute highlight of this adventure is a longhorn cattle drive.
Our group was able to mount up and ride into the herd with the real cowboys.
The reason these cattle are thriving has everything to do with what they're eating.
The native grass of this part of Kansas and the prairie is so nutrient dense that these longhorns can gain as much as 3 pounds in a single day.
The Flint Hills, it is an actual geographical region that stretches from Nebraska, kind of the border of Nebraska, into just the northern part of Oklahoma. And it is the absolute last stand of tallgrass prairie in the world. It is made up of hundreds of kinds of grasses and plants and all kinds of wildlife, birds, everything lives here. And we graze cattle as well. The Flying W, we run cows and calves. We have about 70 horses, about 400 cows, and we also take in grass cattle for the season between April and August, about 1,500 of them.
Tell me a little bit about the cowboy culture, and people think it's all gone.
It is alive and well here. We really value and revere the stockmanship and handling of cattle and horses, and we use horses to handle all of our cattle. We really like how it all works together with nature. It's really easy, and it's such an enjoyable way to spend our day and our lives.
It was just magnificent, especially coming up the hill. The horses are sure-footed, and you just ride along and listen to the cattle.
So cool, Mike. It just to hear the cattle mooing and stuff and calling to each other, And the horns on some of these guys, gals, they're huge. It's cool. It's really neat.
I reckon my butt's sore. It's great.
It was so much fun riding and then being able to shoot the cattle drive that I couldn't wipe the smile from my face. The folks at the Flying W let us experience the prairie in all its glory. We went on a sunset, horse-drawn wagon ride around the ranch. There were wonderful campfires.
Bury me not on the lone prairie where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free, and a narrow grave just 6 by 3. Bury me not on the lone prairie.
The nighttime sky in the wide open prairie was so star-studded that it literally takes your breath away.
We spent one afternoon on a bus tour that took us to 2 small settlements near the ranch that are now basically ghost towns. And we visited Cottonwood Falls, a delightful community of about 900 that has one of the oldest operating courthouses west of the Mississippi.
Every Friday night in Cottonwood Falls, musicians from all around the Flint Hills show up for a free jam session. The night we visited, there were 14 of them, and they played songs of the prairie with some bluegrass and country mixed in. We had a ball.
Oh, this is the most beautiful place. Very peaceful and so much color. And right now, in about a couple of weeks, the whole prairie will turn sort of a rusty, peachy, beautiful color from the grass. It's gorgeous out here.
Beautiful now. Perhaps the best way to experience the tallgrass prairie is to visit the National Tallgrass Prairie Preserve. It's administered by the National Park System, and they have this gorgeous hiking trail that leads deep into the prairie.
Why they call this tall grass. It has to be 5 feet tall.
I had no idea that it was like this out here.
It's so open, it's so beautiful. It seems so ordinary, but yet it's really extraordinary. You have to be here to see it, to appreciate it. All these different types of grass, how tall they are. This is the way it was supposed to be. And the only reason this is left here is because the soil was rocky, and so they didn't tear it up to plant crops. We have to guard this.
Tallgrass prairie, it's the most endangered ecosystem. It's really the uneaten part of the apple. It was at one time in the United States, or in North America, it was as prominent as the Serengeti. It was one of the wonders of the world. And hardly any of it remains today. So what's left, there's a lot of endangered species that thrive in this environment. Not only that, but it's a big part of our heritage and our culture, and it's been a big part of anybody that ever came through North America, and of one of our most prominent landscapes. So to imagine that being gone is a tragedy.
So we spent 4 days here. What was your favorite part?
The beauty of the tall grass prairie.
Yeah, I liked the cowboy culture. I thought that was really neat to experience. One of those cowboys said of this region, he said that, well, the mountains, they're known for their drama. They take your breath away. But out here, you can catch your breath. And I think that's true. It's so relaxing, isn't it?
It's so peaceful. It's beautiful. I mean, who would ever think that all the different types of grass would be so beautiful?
You know, most people just go through Kansas, either on their way to something or on their way back. But we really recommend spending some time here, exploring, taking hikes, learning about the cowboys. We'll put links to all the things that we experienced in the description below. But what a great time. We really think you need to get out here. Put this on your bucket list.
I am so happy that we came.
Now, if you'd like more information, again, look at the links below for all the connections to the different people and the places that we showed you in this video. Also, would you do us a favor and give us a big thumbs up on this video? Google likes it when we get lots of thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our RV Lifestyle channel right here on YouTube. We're Mike and Jennifer Wendland. Thank you so much for watching.
Happy trails.